No matter how many times President Obama uses the words phony scandal, there is nothing phony about the terror attack on Benghazi. 4 Americans died, yet the Obama administration and President Obama repeatedly peddled a phony story about a silly video.
An endless parade of distractions and political posturing and phony scandals can't get in the way of what we need to do.
Did Obama tell the family members of those killed in Benghazi it's a phony scandal? He's telling them that now.
It's wrong. It's not phony. It's not fake. My son is dead, and why is he dead? And all I'm waiting for, even to this date, is for someone to get back to me and tell me what happened.
If you want to sit down with Brian Terry's mother and look her in the eyes and say that this scandal's phony, Fast and Furious, or 4 murdered Americans who went because we asked them to represent us in a foreign land, and their world is set on fire and they're murdered in Libya, and you go call that phony, I dare him to look Ty Wood's father in the face and say this is a phony scandal.
Do you think it was a terrorist attack?
I don't know that was my first reaction, but pretty quickly as we started to gain understanding within the hours after the initiation of the attack, yes.
I wish I could wrap it up, look every one of those families in the eye and say, this is what happened, this is what was wrong, this is how the administration botched this. But I can't do so until I get the administration to fess up and provide us the documents.
The American people are losing confidence in their government. How will history judge the actions or inaction of the Obama administration and the response of the Congress to the Benghazi attack?
Didn't he make a solemn pledge to the families who lost loved ones in Benghazi that he's going to get to the bottom of it? Didn't he tell them that he was going to find out what happened? Why are people there being sequestered and kept away from microphones? Why are the people who could shed light on this not allowed to do so?
State Department Information Officer Sean Smith died serving his country. His mother says her son's death is not fake, not phony. Pat Smith joins us. Good evening, Pat.
Hi there, Greta.
Pat, you know, you can never walk in someone else's shoes and know exactly how someone else feels. So I throw it to you. The president had a chance to say that the scandal was phony. Tell me, when you hear him say that about phony scandals, what does it feel like to you?
Oh, you know what it feels like. It's totally disgusting when you know different. You don't expect your president to tell you lies like that right to your face. I don't expect that.
Is it, I mean, does this surprise you that you're hearing this? Or is it sort of like, look, I'm very hard on the administration because that video story was so silly right from the get-go that I was surprised anyone believed it, as long as some actually did believe it, I think.
Was I surprised?
Yeah, were you surprised
No.
that he's come out now and said phony? I mean, were you surprised by that?
No, I'm not surprised at anything he says anymore because I can't believe him. I do not trust the president. I don't believe what he says. I don't believe his actions. And, you know, people stop me on the street every day. Every day. It must have been at least about 50 different people have done this to me. Stop me on the street, give me a big hug, and say, we're behind you, keep holding on. And one of them even told me, I was a Democrat until I saw you on TV, and now I'm a Republican. This is what's happening out there. He ought to realize that.
Why do you think he said phony the other day? And obviously, at least I don't think it was off the cuff because his press secretary said it the day before. So it seems to me, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me that they sort of cooked this one up and decided that they were going to go out with it and say it and as part of some messaging or plan. But why do you think he did that?
To cover it up, to keep it off of that subject so he can get on to his favorite subjects.
Which are?
Whatever they are at the time. I don't think any of them are very important.
Did you ever believe that video story back September of last year?
No, I never did. And when I was at the ceremony for the welcoming of the caskets, everybody there told me that story. And even though everybody there knew, they knew that that was not true. But everybody there, including the president and Hillary and just all of them, they knew that that was not true.
Why do you think they told you that?
Cover up. Nobody
But for
wants
what reason?
to
For what end? For what end? What difference did it make? What was it? What was in it for them?
Political. It was political. I believe that there's a lot more to this story. I believe that, I believe it's Hillary. And if it's not, let her tell me different. For what I can find out, I believe it was Hillary trying to make a name for herself with the Arab world. And I don't trust her. I don't trust her. I don't trust the administration. And I've been proven over and over again that they all lied.
You know, it seems to me that...
I lost my son.
It seems to me that if actually someone would actually sit down and talk to you and explain to you, you know, whatever the truth is, that would go very far to at least begin to sort of end the pain. But you know, I've seen you on television, I've talked to you in person, you've been here on Fox. It's almost sort of the endless. It almost seems sort of it actually seems mean to me that they won't sort of tell you what happened to your son.
I agreed with that too. I told them all, every one of them at that ceremony. I said, please just tell me what happens. If it's classified, whisper in my ear. I'll be more than happy to keep quiet, but at least I'd know. But nobody bothered. Nobody even called me. Nothing. All they ever told me was that I'm not a member of the immediate family, which also hurt.
Is there anything that the president could do now? I mean, sort of even after having made the remark about the phony scandal, is there any way he could sort of redeem himself with you?
They could all redeem themselves with me by telling me the truth, because that's all I've ever been after. I want somebody to stand up and take responsibility for what happened, and I want to be able to believe it, and that's all I'm interested in. Why was there no security there? And why were there were stand-down orders going when people were trying to come and help? It was too late for my son, but it's not too late for the rest of the world, the rest of our people that they still have out there, and they're still ignoring. They're still throwing them under the bus. I don't understand it. Why?
Have you tried to contact anyone in the State Department, for instance, in the last 6 or 8 weeks? And if so, what kind of luck have you had?
I have not tried to contact them because everything I've heard out of them is not true. I don't believe them. I just don't believe them.
Pat, thank you very much, and I hope you know sometime, because I actually think you know getting the transparency and telling people what really happened oftentimes goes very far to sort of putting the trying to get rid of at least some of the pain.
Well, I will shut up completely if somebody just tells me the truth and is able to prove it.
Pat, thank you for joining us.
Okay, thank you, Greta.
Coming up, the White House sticking with its latest message, blaming the dysfunction in Washington on phony scandals. Is that smart messaging? Really? Former George W. Bush Press Secretary Dana Perino is here next. And also,